She was a dog that her owner simply did not like. It was obvious from the moment the rescuers arrived that she suffered from all kinds of abuse every single day. The sight was absolutely heartbreaking. Her legs were disabled, dragging behind her uselessly, and she had completely lost the ability to live on her own. After receiving an urgent call for help about a dog in distress, the team immediately went to the location to find the owner. As soon as they started the conversation, they could feel the owner's deep disgust toward the poor animal. She was tied up right there in the yard, enduring the scorching heat without any shelter. She was terrified. She panicked and tried to scramble away whenever someone approached her, expecting to be hit. To understand why this happened, you have to look at her past. The dog's owner was in the agricultural business, and he treated her like an employee rather than a pet. He had her guard the warehouse at night. Unexpectedly, a truckload of expensive goods was stolen during the night. The owner suffered a huge financial loss from the theft. Instead of blaming himself for bad security, he blamed the dog. He claimed she didn't bark to raise the alarm in time. So, he took out all his anger on her. The poor girl was beaten severely, deprived of food, and denied water. She was traumatized and terrified of all humans because of this cruelty. She no longer responded to anyone, not even a friendly voice. During the visit, the owner roughly dragged her around to show her off, not caring about her pain. The team quickly stopped him and tried to comfort her, but she was trembling. She was so pitiful and humble that it broke their hearts. They immediately condemned the owner's behavior, asking how the loss of goods could possibly be her fault. They argued that the owner should blame himself for being careless, not the innocent dog. She was panting non-stop from the heat, her tongue hanging out. The rescuers asked the owner to please give her some water. But he flatly refused. It seemed like he actually wanted to torture her to death slowly. The rescuers patiently tried to persuade him to surrender the dog. But he was clearly very impatient and didn't want to listen to lectures. He said directly to their faces, "Why don't you just buy her? If you don't, she'll just die here." The price he asked for was outrageously high. The owner was extremely firm in his stance. He was a violent and extremely cruel man. He admitted that the only reason he let the team see her was to trade her for money. Even then, the team kept begging him to show some compassion. They pleaded that even if he didn't want to treat her himself, he could at least give her to them so they could get her medical help. By this time, the owner had completely lost his patience. He made a terrible threat. He said if they didn't buy her right now, he would sell her to people who eat dog meat. The owner knew that this rescue team had paid high prices to save dogs before. That is why he was threatening them so blatantly. He knew they wouldn't let her die. Her condition was already extremely bad. Her hind legs were completely paralyzed, dragging in the dirt. The team was afraid that any more delay would hurt her further or lead to her death. So, they reluctantly made a decision again. They decided to pay the money and take her away. But the price the owner asked was absurdly high for a dying dog. They decided to try negotiating one last time, hoping he would lower the price. Unfortunately, they were rejected again. He kept pressuring them, knowing he had the upper hand. Left with no choice and heavy hearts, they paid the high price to rescue her. She was truly terrified from all the beatings she had endured. She crawled low on the ground, pressing her belly to the dirt, scared of being hit again. Her pitiful look shattered everyone's hearts. All they could do was gently carry her away from that place of horror. They brought her straight to the hospital. Looking at her up close made the team feel unbearably sad. They quickly gave her some water, and she drank deeply. She was so thirsty. It was tragic that such a gentle dog had been abused to the point she couldn't even walk. Her owner was nothing short of a demon. At the clinic, the vet ran a series of tests on her to see what was wrong. Thankfully, there was some good news. No distemper, parvovirus, or coronavirus were found. Her internal organs were in good condition too, which was a relief. Her mental state and appetite were both stable, showing she still had a will to live. However, the X-rays confirmed the worst. Her hind legs were fractured. Surgery would be required to fix them. Overall, her body had no major diseases, but the leg injuries were severe. Even after surgery, the vet warned that her legs might never fully recover. This is because the injuries were too old. The bones had been broken for a long time without care. Before the surgery could happen, the team needed to give her a proper nutritional boost. She was too weak for anesthesia. Large dogs like her have an amazing appetite when they are healthy. One small piece of meat wasn't even enough to fill the gap in her teeth. The team made her a big bowl of nutritious meat mixed with rice. She was so hungry that she picked out the meat first, eating with enthusiasm. Before surgery, her fur also needed to be shaved. Her coat was terribly messy and matted from living in the dirt. Beneath the fur, she was still very timid. The trauma she endured cut too deep to heal overnight. She needs to be slowly healed with love and patience. Everyone is looking forward to her rebirth after surgery. If you want to see her recover and walk again, please like this video.